What became more pertinent for Liverpool was what happened the next day, because Mo Salah, as we know, leaving at the end of the season, and he's not going quietly. This is what he said on social media on Saturday evening. A long statement. I'm sure you've been across it. He talked about the club going from doubters to believers and from believers to champions. He talked about Liverpool crumbling to yet another defeat this season, which was very painful, not what the fans deserve. He talked about the style of play. I want to see Liverpool go back to being the heavy metal attacking team that opponents fear. And he also talked about the fact that winning some games here and there is not what Liverpool should be about. Strong stuff, and it feels like it cranked up the pressure on Arne Slot, who perhaps didn't need that right now, as it feels like he's losing a lot of fan support around Anfield from Liverpool fans. Patrick, there is the final game of the season on Sunday. We know that Mo Salah's send-off is part of that, along with Andy Robertson as well. But how would you be handling this situation if you were Arne Slot right now?
I was quite really disappointed by the quote from Salah, because I don't think that will help him. It doesn't help the club, and it doesn't help the manager. I think it is a lot of frustration from his part, because he felt that he didn't contribute. I think there may be a frustration from his side. He been benched quite a lot this year, and I think a top player like himself doesn't understand why he's not on the field.
Can you empathise with that?
Listen, when you are a player at that level and you never be benched, it's really difficult to understand why I'm not starting. Players like that, I think you get a time where the best decision for him is for him to leave the club. And I think the manager or Liverpool Football Club should make Salah leave last year. I think it was the year too long before him leaving, and there's a lot of frustration, and the quote, I don't think it's the right time. We can understand the frustration, but this is below the belt, and I'm really disappointed by that comment. I don't think the Liverpool Football Club deserves this kind of comment. I think he should leave, and people remember what he gave to this football club, because he was maybe one of the best Liverpool players in the last 30, 40 years. And I think that kind of message will send a little bit of darkness on his Liverpool career, I would say.
Well, we tried to gauge the heat, the feeling around Liverpool fans through our Fanalysis poll. Who has your backing? We asked Liverpool fans exclusively, we should point out, who has your backing, Mo Salah or Arne Slot? And as you can see, 94% of respondees are on the side of Mo Salah. So where does that leave Arne Slot, Jamie?
Probably in a slightly more difficult position in terms of how the supporters see him, because right now the feeling against the manager, I would say, is probably 70, 80%, whether he maybe should be there next season. And there's seen as this big fight between Slot and Salah. I don't actually see it like that, this sort of Salah v Slot. This would have happened to any manager who was there who decided it was time to put Mo Salah on the bench. And there's a lot of talk right now about he doesn't like in the standards of the club, using a couple of Klopp's quotes, which we know will pull on the heartstring of the supporters. But Liverpool couldn't play heavy metal football right now. And one of the reasons why is because of Mo Salah. And when I say no matter who the manager was, this would happen. He tried a little bit to take on Jurgen Klopp at the end at West Ham. He kicked off because he was substitute. That's where all the problem comes from, because he's been sub. Now, Jurgen Klopp, who was a bigger hero probably to supporters than probably any player from that great team, only had 3 or 4 games left as the Liverpool manager. Our hero, our God, the one who put us back on the map, winning Premier League titles. He walked through the mix zone after kicking off on the side of the pitch and said, if I speak, there will be fire. So he said that. But he knew Klopp was almost too powerful a figure to take on. And you might say, well, how do I know there's not a problem with Arne Slot? Well, I'll go back to 12 months ago to an interview Mo Salah gave with Gary Neville on the back of Liverpool winning the league title. And you've probably never heard Mo Salah speak about anyone in football more glowingly. And we've got a couple of the clips here just to sort of, people can remember exactly what his words were about Arne Slot 12 months ago.
Just thinking about how sort of the dynamics of a changing room with a new manager, you're such a sort of great player and you're one of the senior players in the dressing room. That would be a big risk for him to show you that you weren't warming up correctly. You could have taken that the wrong way, couldn't you, at the time?
To be fair, we had a few honest conversation between us, and like he was very honest, and he told me, look, he showed me a few clips of mine and said, like, with this move, we can win everything. With this move, we can't win much. So I want to get the best out of you. I want this one to be available the whole season, and I want you to have your best years coming with me. I said, okay. Let me know what you want from me, then I will do it, because I'm very professional and I know what can I do. So he didn't challenge me, honestly. I just felt he was very respectful, and I told him that you're a very respectful person. He was very respectful and he treated me different. So it wasn't really challenging me. It was just showing me what he wanted from me, and he asked me also, like, if he want to add something and if you want to change something, be open with me.
When was the point where you felt this manager's good, he's getting a good reaction out of us all?
I think first a few games in the second half, he always changed what the tactics is.
Made substitutions.
Yeah, and not just that, just like the tactic itself. You go to the game and you see some manager like, this is my style and you have to do the whole game, but he's adapting somehow to how our opponent playing, and just like putting Dominic in different position, putting Maka in different position, and like he's just like, he doesn't have that ego that, okay, this is my tactics and did it work, it will work second half. No. He can adapt around. And that's in my head, oh, that's very clever.
So that was Mo Salah speaking to Gary Neville in May 2025, so the back end of last season. And he might say something entirely different now, but relationships change, circumstances change, don't they? And it's been a much less successful season for Liverpool this time round. So what should he do with him on Sunday?
He should play him. And I've said Mo Salah is more Salah FC than Liverpool FC. And the reason I've been critical of Mo Salah is because the fact he puts himself before the football club. Arne Slot kind of do the same, because that would be wrong. Now, if Liverpool needs a result and he thinks Mo Salah is the best person to play in the team to get him that result, he has to do that and not put himself before the club. That's what Arne Slot should do, the best thing he can do. But when I think about an interview he gave with Steven Gerrard a few weeks ago, and he mentioned that all through last season, he was thinking in his head, I want to be better than Kenny Dalglish and Steven Gerrard, the two greatest players to play for the club. Now that, in a way, is a selfishness, but it benefits Liverpool Football Club. If he's got that drive to be the greatest player at the club, and that pushes Liverpool to a league title, that is fantastic. The problem is this season, when that selfishness becomes detrimental to the club, and it's like any great player, Patrick being one of them, when you come to the end, you get frustrated and you're on the bench. He mentioned Dalglish and Gerrard in that interview about trying to surpass them. Steven Gerrard, at the end of his time at Liverpool, was benched by Brendan Rodgers and left the club probably not the way he would have liked. He was subbing a game against Manchester United. He was frustrated. He came on and got sent off within 30 seconds. Not a great reaction, of course. Apologised straight away, straight after the game. I still don't remember Salah apologising for his outburst at Leeds. Kenny Dalglish, in 1985, maybe a bit too long ago for Liverpool fans on social media, Liverpool played an FA Cup semi-final replay against Manchester United, their biggest rivals at Main Road. They were getting beat 2-1. Kenny Dalglish, at that point, the greatest player in Liverpool's history, was taken off by Joe Fagan for Gary Gillespie, a centre-back. Only one sub in those days. That was the only season where Kenny Dalglish was a regular that Liverpool didn't win a trophy. He come in 1977, he stopped playing in 1986. Did he come out and lambast Joe Fagan? No, he didn't. Did Steven Gerrard lambast Brendan Rodgers on the way up? No, he didn't. And they are the two greatest players for this club. And, as I said, Mo Salah wants to surpass them. He talks about being a great professional. A great professional is on the pitch, yes, which is amazing. He needs to be a great professional off the pitch, which he hasn't shown this week.
But I think as well he's disrespected the manager in this situation with the crowd. And if you're a manager, you've been disrespectful by a player, I don't think you should play him. because I don't think Mo Salah make a huge difference of Liverpool this year. I don't think this is the best Mo Salah we've seen this year. So the question will be if Liverpool are better with Mo Salah or without Mo Salah. But the decision has to be made by the manager regarding the respect and the loss of respect that Salah had on him. So for me, he shouldn't play him because the impact will not going to be so big on the field.
Liverpool-Brentford is live, one of 10 live games on this final day. We will see what he decides to do. I'm guessing if we went through the search engines, we wouldn't find that Patrick Vieira was bad-mouthing Arsenal when he went to Manchester City. I don't think so. Yeah.